Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Out of Nashville, a mystery. Every time it snows, people are spotting a man dressed in a chicken suit. He's been doing this for the last 10 years or so. He shows up, takes a walk, and nobody knows who he is. Commenters on Reddit call him the Thundersnow chicken. A few years back, a Nashville artist was making prints of the famous chicken. Nashville's known for hot chicken, but this guy's 6 feet tall and strolls along. Resident Faith said, "I thought you were talking about a small chicken." Scientists have found the world's oldest platypus, a 23-year-old platypus found in a creek in Australia. Scientists found the male platypus in an area that had experienced nearly 7 years of drought. Jeff Williams is a biologist at the Australian Platypus Conservancy who said, "We're now getting a better idea of how they can live reasonable ages if the conditions are right." So I was curious here. How do you know how old he is? Well, the article tells us the age of an adult platypus is difficult to tell. When they're young, changes to their bodies are more noticeable. Scientists knew the age of this platypus because they had given it a tag way back in 2000 when they determined it was about 12 and a half months old. Wow! This is actually the oldest platypus in the wild. The oldest known platypus recently turned 30 in a zoo in rural Victoria. The platypus has been living near a man-made reservoir that supplied water to a local community in a suburb south of Melbourne, giving it a refuge during those long dry spells. Good job, platypus. A British woman was reunited with her lost cat after 7 years. The cat was found to be living in a factory 300 yards from the house. Duke the cat didn't come home one day in 2017. Stephanie gave up after a few months. She was shocked when the vet showed up at her door and said, "Hey, did you ever own a cat named Duke?" The cat had been found 300 yards away in a factory. Workers there had been giving Duke some food, shelter from the cold, and they took the cat to the vet. There the vet found the microchip, but Stephanie's phone number was out of date, so the vet drove to the address and told her the good news in person. A 100-year-old World War II veteran has walked hundreds of miles around his garden to raise money for charity every day, rain or shine. Lance Corporal Harold Jones circles his garden 30 times every day no matter the weather and has been doing so since 2020. So far, he's taken his walker 661 miles, equating to 41,000 plus laps around his garden. He served in the British Army from 1942 until 47. For his fundraising, he said, "It's become a daily routine. I first set out to try to get 1,000 pounds. I didn't know how people would respond. When I reached 10,000, a friend doubled it. It's the walking that keeps me fit. I previously broke my back in 3 places, but my ankles, knee joints, and hips are perfect. I walk in the morning after breakfast in whatever weather. You have to have the determination to get up and go. That is so important. Nice job." Good news if you're worried about your hearing. Scientists have discovered a biological mechanism of hearing loss caused by loud noise, which helped them find a way to prevent it. Researchers from the University of Pittsburgh have discovered hearing loss stems from cellular damage in the inner ear that's associated with the excess of free-floating zinc. Their experiments show that drugs that work as molecular sponges trapping excess zinc can help restore lost hearing. That's awesome. They tested this in some mice, and they found that hours after mice are exposed to loud noise, their inner ear zinc level spikes, which ultimately leads to cellular damage and disrupts normal cell-to-cell communication. However, mice that were treated with a slow-releasing compound that trapped excess free zinc were less prone to hearing loss. And I'm not sure this is good news, but it'll probably, maybe, possibly make you laugh. Some passengers were on a Delta flight from Amsterdam to Detroit. Suddenly, maggots rained down. You didn't think I was going to say that. Here's why. A passenger reportedly brought rotten fish on the plane in a carry-on bag, as one does, and placed it in an overhead bin. The maggots broke free, we're told, and rained on passengers seated below. One passenger said, "I don't know what was going through my mind. I was trying to process it. Disgust is one thing, of course. We had to wait there for help to actually come. Flight attendants came, and they tracked the maggots to a bag in the overhead. In it, fish wrapped in a newspaper." What are you doing? Flight attendants took the fish away, and the pilot said, "We're going back to Amsterdam." Delta has apologized to the passengers, said the trip was interrupted due to an improperly packed carry-on bag. One passenger tweeted, "Really lovely to be 2 hours into an 8-hour flight to Amsterdam and find out there's rotten fish and maggots hitching a ride with us." The passengers said they were allegedly given 8,000 free air miles, hotel room comp, and a $30 meal ticket. Don't order the fish. And that's your 5 good news stories for today. If you enjoy the program, tell a friend about it. They might like it too. I like that last story. See you next time. Have a great day.